Connor, what does this do for your confidence, being able to, drive the ball down the field, get the winning points after being kind of held up all day?
Yeah, didn't play as well as I did last week, but our offense is in great debt to our defense, and it felt good, in the fourth quarter being down and going down there and having an 80-yard drive and scoring.
Seemed like you guys weren't getting a lot of push up front. What was going on with the lines?
Yeah, our offensive line played well at times, just like receivers, quarterback, and they played well at times and had some bad plays as well. But we figured it out in the last drive. So.
Talk about the touchdown pass to Alshon at the very end. Take us through what you saw and how you felt when it got in his hands.
I saw, sealing coverage out there, and you just try to get the ball to Alshon whenever you can, so, especially when the game on the line like that, and you made a great play.
How much of the early scuffling around for you was accuracy issues?
Yeah, actually, I didn't handle the pressure as well. I should have, and now it just come. I felt like in the second half I played a little better, but like I said, it all comes down to the last drive.
Marcus, Connor, you guys were all gathered around Marcus on the sidelines. What were y'all saying to him? What was he saying to y'all?
Trying to be positive. Whenever you have an injury like that, it's frustrating and scary. We're behind him, and we'll continue being positive through the week.
How would that impact the offense if you lost him for any amount of time?
Greatly. Everybody knows that Marcus is an impact player for this team. It's unfortunate, but it's a game of football sometimes.
Was that the happiest safety of your life?
It really was. When he said safety, I kind of looked up at the clock and was like, "This is the first for me." So it was cool.
Did you kind of know that you were going to have to stay in the end zone for 4 seconds before you ran out?
You should have heard me. I was out there counting out loud 1 and got out of bounds. So.
Did you have anything to say to the guys when you came on the field for that last drive? This is like, guys, this is our last chance. We got to take it down and knock in the end zone.
Well, our coaches of defense believed in our offense. We didn't have it clicking all day until last drive, and we just reassure ourselves that we can do this. So we did.
Bruce started to pressure you for your job, maybe?
He played well. He came out and ran the ball really well.
Is this team coming to develop a sense that it will win games despite scuffling around? This is not the first time y'all know.
Yeah, when you don't play very well and still come out with a victory, on the road, ACC game, down in the fourth quarter, it builds our confidence.
You think you'll talk to Steven tonight?
I don't know.
Call?
How relieving is this to have a bye week coming up, especially with Marcus down? You guys kind of beat up.
Yeah, that's what we harped on. Coming on the road, getting a win, going to a bye week, feel good about it. It never feels good when you go into a bye with a loss. But we'll regroup and prepare for the next game.